We're back at it today, getting some windows installed. So on the back of the house here, we have two openings that need to be prepped so that we can get our new windows in. Alright, my opening is prepped, and as you can see, we're going to be doing two windows today. I'm going to go ahead and install these almost as one because they're so interconnected and close to each other. So I cut my wrap as if it was just one big window, and that's going to be fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my sill pan in and flashing tape on the sides. The window opening is all prepped. We have our sill pans installed, flashing tape on the sides where needed. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap a new window and we'll get it installed.
Oh, the shims are in here? Okay. Go this way a little bit. Can we put cheese with these meatballs?
Maybe. These windows match the windows we put in our bedroom. We decided to stick with the same style, and they are not black. They look black, but these are actually bronze on the inside, black on the outside. Honestly, they look black, but I'm liking that subtle bronze, that subtle dark brown look. So far, so good. And then we got to do this one. What a shame how much light you lose, though. Look at how big that looks compared to this now. So far, we have 3 of these windows installed, and all of them went really quick and smooth. It's nice to know that we're finally getting good at this, and we kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah.
These windows are Anderson windows, and I'll tell you what, you do notice the difference. They're pretty good quality. They look nice, you can tell they're well made. Does this airplane have to go by right now?
Yeah.
Now, they're not perfect. This last window we installed did have some defects that
Some damage.
you wouldn't want at this price range. Mostly shipping damage, which like the flange around the edge was kind of bent up in some places. But what's weird about that is there was no damage to the box.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, nothing tragic, but just bent up flange. But also I noticed on the sill on the inside, there's some silicone or something on the sill from manufacturing. Again, at this price range, you want perfection. You don't want stuff that you have to fix and touch up. Now we do have screens with them also. We didn't install them. The screens are separate. And I didn't look at them yet, but they're supposed to be really nice, fine mesh, stainless steel, clear view screens. So I got an upgraded screen so that we don't lose our view. Now with all that said, they are nice looking windows. I think these windows are our biggest regret since starting this project.
Yeah.
We have been kind of troubled by this decision lately, keeping in mind that we've had months to dwell on this while we're waiting for them. Sometimes our standards get in the way of critical thinking, I think, and we really wanted a wooden window. We didn't want a vinyl window. dead against vinyl. We weren't happy with our first windows. We bought gelled ones the first time. Those were kind of pricey, but we weren't thrilled with them. So we set out to find another window. We were afraid of going too cheap and getting a brand that we weren't familiar with in case it was a low quality product. And we got recommended Anderson's a couple times. So we said, let's give Anderson's a try. They had some nice quality windows. And I think just through the, I don't want to say desperation, but it's like just out of like...
There's not like a ton of things to choose from around here.
Yeah, options are limited. You don't want a Geldwin. What else do you go with? Anderson.
Yeah.
And we wanted a wooden window. We were just stuck on that. It has to be wood. And actually, I was flexible. I almost got a full composite window. I think it's Fibrix. But anyway, I almost got a full Fibrix window, and I was actually looking forward to trying that out. But they only came single hung. We kind of wanted double hung. So again, our standards are getting in the way because instead of getting the cheaper window and saying single hung is fine, we said, no, we really need that double hung and we really need that wood. And we need all these features and we wanted it black on the outside and all this. Between that going on and then the easy use of a credit card, we went ahead and just ordered these windows, which cost a ridiculous amount. These 4 windows cost us over $4,000. Okay, I'm not going to hide that. That's just what it is. We wasted money.
Yeah.
That was a bad purchase. That put us way behind, and it was way too much money to spend on windows. And I don't know what we were thinking in the moment, other than we felt like we had no other choice, and we just wanted a good window. But in hindsight, we said, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So each window is like basically $1,000 window. And when you look at, like, if you're putting it into a good new home and everything, and you want to really just have a window that's going to last you a long time, that's fine. But we're renovating an old house. Really, this home doesn't need $1,000 windows.
No.
That was a bad mistake. And in shopping around further, we've found out that, for example, we could buy aluminum windows, solid aluminum windows. Like, the whole frame is aluminum. It's not vinyl. No, it's not wood, but it's an alternative to vinyl. And we didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah.
And those aluminum windows are actually really well made. They look decent, and they're like a quarter of the price. I would say, it's hard to say, but probably close to a quarter, more or less. So instead of $1,000 a window, maybe we could have paid $300 a window,
or less.
Yeah. Even if it was $350, because these are kind of bigger, but probably around $300 a window, I'm guessing. I don't care if you push it to the $400. That's still that's still a big savings. And I guess that's our biggest regret right now is that we kind of jumped.
We got like tunnel vision.
Yeah. But I think in that moment, we were really stuck on we want something that's going to look like a nice old wood window with the brass hardware and all this. We were fantasy, this house is going to be beautiful with all this. But this is real life and not a magazine. And we're not rich.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? And that's the thing. We got to pull back sometimes and reevaluate. And that's kind of what we've been doing is trying to pay down these debts that we've accumulated. And like I said before, we're going to try to be more careful with how we spend on the house. Now you guys are getting a deeper look into what I meant. But we can do better, and we can reel it back in and say, okay, let's slow down and say, is it worth it?
Yeah.
And that'll give us more money to spend on things that are more important to us. Now, I'm not I don't hate the windows. They're nice windows. They're pretty. They're nice.
At least now we get to know what they're like.
We got to try out Anderson's.
Yeah.
Anderson, it looks like a nice product.
Yeah, better than Geldwin, I would say.
So we don't have to dwell on it too long. We just wanted to share with you guys just what we're feeling and some of the decisions we've gone through. Hopefully it helps somebody out there to save some money and say, okay, pull back. Now we can move forward. We only have 4 more windows to do in the whole house. Unfortunately, we learned this lesson a little late, but we have 4 windows to do, which is the 2 little bedrooms, the living room, and the kitchen. So, not bad. On those 4 windows, we're going to save some money. And we're going to get something practical that fits our lifestyle, fits our budget, and still will look pretty in the home, even if we can't get all the fancy brass hardware.
Yeah.
That's, So I guess that's all we have for now. We have one more window to install. We'll do that later, and that's going to be right here on the porch leading into the dining room. So stay tuned for that. And as always, we appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, take care.
See ya.
Bye.